Pinocchio by Zemeckis is currently streaming on Disney Plus Hotstar. Tom Hanks plays Geppetto, the woodworker who creates Pinocchio in the likeness of a lost son, voiced by Benjamin Evan Ainsworth. Pinocchio is released from his bonds thanks to a blessing from the Blue Fairy, Cynthia Erivo. But he still has a ways to go before becoming a real lat instead of a pinewood puppet. Nearly all of the well-known characters from the animated film return in Pinocchio, including the talking cricket Jiminy, voiced by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the cat named Figaro, and more. Jiminy Cricket, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, enters the city wearing a hip top hat and carelessly swinging his scarlet bumbershoot. But he must still find a place to sleep. He seeks refuge in Geppetto's clock and woodworking, a wintry Italian town, in a tale I can only conceive. Geppetto, played by Tom Hanks, is a lonesome but well-known clockmaker. He isn't resentful. He is actually very merry and will gush endlessly to his improvised family. That includes Figaro, the cutest animated cat you've ever seen, and Cleo, a small fish who enjoys rising to the surface of her bowl for a belly rub. He obviously takes great pride in his pine-carved puppet, Pinocchio. Jiminy observes the older guy head to bed as he prays to the wishing star as they prepare for the night. He asks God to make Pinocchio a real boy. The older man will be able to start a family in this method. Once the body of pine that was hollow was filled with endless life. Arriving is the Blue Fairy, Cynthia Erivo. She untangles his ties, performs a kind of update, so he stops asking the same questions over and over again, and then she appoints Jiminy as his conscience. Geppetto experiences the most pleasant surprise of his life when he wakes up. He chooses to send Pinocchio to school, after taking some time, to enjoy his new family. Fortunately, Jiminy keeps up with him from a distance. Why is that crucial? Honest John, played by Keegan-Michael Key, sees a wooden youngster and sees money in his own eyes. Honest John imprisons him in a mason jar as the huge JC directs him back to the path leading to school. Pinocchio believes that becoming famous will make his father proud because they have promised to make him famous. He sets himself on fire because of his outstanding performance. Stromboli, Giuseppe Battiston, who believes that this marionette will make him rich, then kidnaps him. Soon after, he rides along with Lampwick, a cheeky lad, and they travel to the Pleasure Island, a realm of gluttony that is every parent's worst nightmare, with the coachman, Luke Evans. Of course, as soon as all the kids behave badly, e.g., by overeating, breaking things, or acting recklessly, the curse that makes them into donkeys intensifies. Everyone becomes one, and Pinocchio develops ears and a tail. Geppetto has ventured out to sea in search of his son during this time. Jiminy and Pinocchio locate him with the aid of Sophia, a bird, but are sucked in by Monstro. Pinocchio lights a small fire to smoke their way out of the enormous beast, demonstrating learning and intelligence. With Pinocchio's spinning legs, they quickly escape the trap, after which they outrun the beast to a nearby island. Pinocchio had passed away when Jiminy, Geppetto, Figaro, Cleo, and Sophia wash up on the shore. After the Blue Fairy revives him once more, Pinocchio grabs Geppetto's hand and the three of them leave together. Pinocchio moves in with the Blue Fairy in The Adventures of Pinocchio by Carlo Collodi. In the 1940 animated feature, after Pinocchio passes away, the Blue Fairy brings him back to life, transforms him into a real boy, and lifts the curse. The Blue Fairy brings Pinocchio back to life in this rendition, although he continues to be a pinewood marionette. Pinocchio's journey was about what kind of human the little boy wishes to be, even while the classic movie and its source material had typical themes of human conditioning, and the original film version is a metaphor and forerunner to Erikson's psychosocial development. The conclusion adds a contemporary element of acceptance of embracing our uniqueness and family, being what you make it, even though it differs from the rest.